well like me.
Driving around from a mountain with your Prius.
He's at the top of the mountain with his Prius looking down on me, being like, take Brown, motherfucker. You get Brown.
You've been known to feel bad, Q.
Yeah.
Can you look at a color and say to yourself, I feel a little bit better now?
Even on a subconscious
I don't know
level.
if I look at a construction paper, a yellow construction, and feel better, but I can see how being in a shit drab room wouldn't make you feel much better. Why is the comic book store painted orange
It
and
could
yellow
be
and
fucking
blue?
painted brown. We'd still do the same green.
Oh, there you go. Maybe you should have painted the walls green.
Yeah, I was like, this reminds me of money. This reminds me of Walt.
I don't know if I believe in that stuff that like colors are like are triggers for making people either feel worse or better.
I'm telling you, it made me feel worse. So
I think it was just like I just think you were feeling bad as it is, though.
well, also I didn't.
So you don't think you'd feel as bad if there was fucking some yellows and some.
It might be even more depressing if like it was painted like
Well, it was like a
primary
nursing
colors.
home.
Yeah, and then
like,
it was like somebody stapled like a plastic
paper
sun
plates
to the
with
wall.
fucking faces drawn on
So
it.
maybe
and
it
shit.
was done intentionally then.
You think to bring me even lower?
Yeah, it'd break you. So you get a higher.
It fucking worked.
They know what they're doing over there.
Yeah. What it did fucking confirm, I was like, I will never, ever go to another one of these fucking meetings again. I was like, no way.
So you're not even there a week and you're already like, I'm bucking this system.
Fuck this shit, is what I say.
Because of why though?
Because of the brown.
Really, why though? It can't be because of color.
Dude, it was so depressing. I was like, I don't want to go back to that place.
What are you reading?
It's just shit like, well, first they're big into being like, you have no control over yourself. Alcohol has control, or alcohol or drugs have complete control over you. And that's what you need to admit. You have no control over your life. You are an addict. All this fucking shit that I'm like.
They're letting you off the hook. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's saying that like, I think it almost helps you skirt. Yeah, yes, exactly. Skirt responsibility for your actions, which I didn't think was the case.
Right.
Personally, I didn't feel that way. And I know some people, I'm just telling you, man, like, I was coming from a place that was like, it looked like a spa on the outside. I'm coming from a place where I'm police ordered, court ordered, like, you got to go to these meetings, and this is the meeting you got to go to, and you got to go by yourself, and then once you're there, you got to meet a stranger, and you got to pair up with him, and then you got to meet another stranger at a meeting, and he has to be your sponsor. It's like a whole thing that I'm like, I can't do this. I cannot take the drugs, but I can't do this. This is just not me. So I screamed, I quit, jumped up in the middle of the meeting. No, I stuck through the meeting. And on the way back, like you have a driver everywhere. It's like this big, huge, like Infinity SUV that the drivers drive you around wherever you need to go. Doctor's appointments, meetings, all this other shit. And so I'm with Ann Ramsey, and she starts breaking the driver's balls. And this is when I first liked her. This actually, after the fucking Brown experience, this actually lifted my spirits. Cause she starts fucking mocking him. And he's getting annoyed. I can see it's getting under his skin. And then at one point,
How was she mocking him?
just saying little things like, talking about his driving, how bad his driving was. How it's like stupid shit. Like she's like, you're giving me jet lag. And he goes, what are you even talking about? Like, shit like that. So now I'm in a fucking lunatic asylum. This lady, has a fucking rock in her hand in the front seat. Not Ann Ramsey, another lady. The one with the kids. And the driver goes, oh, where'd you get that rock? Before she came in and say anything, Ann Ramsey goes, you didn't care the other day when I showed you. Don't let him touch it. He's going to put his bad juju all over it. Stick to your driving. She's like, yeah. It's just fucking nuts. And I'm just taking it all in because I know it's the last time. Yeah. We finally get back to the place. And then that was the day that I went up to do the first Smodcast with Kevin and Muse.
Now, Ann Ramsey is.
Go ahead.
She meets you and she's like, "Hey, I'm missing part of my brain." She knows it.
No, somebody else tells you that.
But does she know it? Do you think?
I don't know.
Who tells you that though? Should they be? Like, is that a
because it explains her behavior. Because when you're like, she's terrifying me in my sleep, like fucking Freddy Krueger.
It'd be a little bit more like, you're not allowed to tell what other people's problems are.
No, because the whole thing is honesty. You're supposed to tell everything.
Even your whole medical history has to be an open book to everybody?
You're not really supposed to keep any secrets about stuff. You know?
I'm sure you I'm sure you didn't bear all your secrets, did you? You wouldn't be here. Right?
Day one, I was like, I blew my roommate. My husband was like, God damn you! You let Swamp Thing suck your cock. No, I mean, I didn't have that. I mean, I told stuff, but nothing of any consequence anybody would really care about, you know? As far as she's concerned, it came out that she could have easily bought and sold anybody there. That she had so much fucking family money, it wasn't funny. And that's how she lives there. Because it's very expensive, and she lives there monthly, you know? Another time she went out with that guy, I wasn't there, but like I said, this is a person who's like fucking hyper wealthy. She gets this same guy. He's her driver for the day. Whatever she wants to go do, that's what they're going to do. So they stop by Jack in the Box, and she orders 2 chicken sandwiches with 2 ranch dressings. And the guy comes back, gives her the bag. There's 1 chicken sandwich in it. She blows a gasket, accusing him of ripping her off. Now, meanwhile, the sandwich is like $1.16 or whatever, and goes fucking full fucking mental case on him, screaming that he's ripping her off. She's not going to stand for it. He's going to be fired. He better get back in there and get that sandwich. And he's like, totally like, I was annoyed that they forgot the sandwich. I don't even want to deal with her, you know. But like that's the kind of shenanigans she get up to, you know. One time we were in a group, and there's a guy, pretty famous guy, that I started hanging around with.
Famous.
I can't name him.
On air, you can tell me.
No, it was Ming Chen.
Oh, okay.
He was there for the same thing basically I was, but he had issues like even more than me, if you can imagine, like getting yelled at issues.
Really?
Yeah. And the snickering ears from Walt Flanagan. Well, I had no idea I'd have to take that shit from Edgar, and my doctor was my real dad for all those years. And like the thing about this lady being in the groups, and it was a really good group actually. Like some of the groups are pretty interesting, you know. Like they would address shit that I was like, wow, that actually applies to me. And the room isn't brown, so I can get behind it. She would just start, like at one point she goes, I don't know where she cuts off the group leader, and she goes, I don't know if all of you know this, but I'm a medium with a 97.5% success rate, she goes. And we're like, okay. And then she goes into some sort of like Native American shit. And
what, she was like chanting?
No. She's talking about Native American stuff and how it applied to us or fucking whatever. And she offers my friend, famous dude, some advice. And he goes, thank you, but I would rather listen to professional. And that's when she yelled, I'm a medium with 97.5% success rate. And he goes, okay, whatever. And then he goes, you know, the counselor's like, all right, calm down. So he starts talking. Then she fucking pipes up again. And he doesn't say anything, my buddy. And then towards the end of the group, he apologizes to her. He goes, you know, I didn't mean to lose my temper with you. I'm sorry. And she goes, okay. Because you know what I'm talking about. And the next time you get so mighty white on me, he goes, God fucking damn it. And he throws his water bottle down and throws a fucking chair up in the air. And everyone's like, whoa, what the fuck's going on? And he fucking storms out. And Ann Ramsey's like, oh. And it's just like, you can't, like, she had to eventually be banned from groups because you couldn't do a group with this lady, you know? She was constantly just saying weird shit. And my friend, he ran down to his house because he was like he's really rich. Right. So he gets his own house. Right. And he starts smashing up furniture and throwing chairs out. Yeah, like real angry shit. Like that was in the early days. He changed a lot in the time that we were there. Like that was his first couple days. So things were rough for him. But there's, one group there that's led by the guy who owns the entire place. Okay. He's a doctor, and it's called, like, the group is called The Beast. And the beast is the addiction and anger within you and shit, and so that's what he talks about. And I found out that, like, if you fuck up during the week, he will just shred you and tear you apart and tear you down.
Walt. Now there you go.
I could be that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Beastmaster, Walt Flanagan.
There you go.
Yeah. There was a girl there who, she she had been there for a while, and she figured out a way to get pills delivered to her.
Oh, clever.
Well, she got caught, so she wasn't that clever. But for the next, 3 months, she had to say, "Hi, I'm blank, an addict and a liar." Because it's really big that you not lie to the group, that you not deceive the group about your sobriety. Like, one kid had done whippets 2 months before. What's that?
That's not the only thing he does.
No, but you're supposed to be totally sober, right? So he wasn't part of my, the living where I was. He was in sober living, which is off campus, whatever you want to say. But he did whippets 2 months before, never admitted it, and then he relapsed on heroin. But then immediately came back, after relapsing on heroin. And I made the mistake. I was like, dude, I think the courage is in admitting that you're still doing whippets at your age. And nobody laughed. It fucking fell pretty flat. Flatter than my Rush Limbaugh program. Ladies and gentlemen.
Was the Rush Limbaugh thing because he had pill problems too?
I was going to go into that, but you fucked it up for me, you little jerk.
You had a little thing going, didn't you?
Yeah, I had in my mind, I was going to call you a fucking minority tolerator. How about that shit, though? You go on there and you're fucking coming down on people with fucking painkiller addictions and shit, and you're a fucking scumbag liar. Doing the same shit.
It's like the guys who say, no gay marriage, and then they get caught in the bathroom stall, these politicians.
Yeah.
Touching wieners and stuff.
Rubbing heads. I know what you're talking about.
So, we're
a nation of hypocrites.
If you hate something so much, it's probably because
you love it.
Because you love it.
That's right. That's right.
Mayor Ming rubbing heads with fucking councilman whomever in the fucking bathroom. Be quiet, Ming.
I'm listening to your story, man.
All right.
He broke all his news this morning.
I know.
Right?
I got nothing to break.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? I was fucking pretty. Let me take a break for a second from the rehab talk. What kind of guy goes to fucking Chiller, meets up with Alice Cooper, and then has him do a fucking spot that says you're listening to Mike and Ming and not fucking anything for Walt? I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. When I listened to that. Ming sent it to me, and I listened to it, and he's just
sent it to me. I didn't even know you got him to do a spot.
Yeah.
So this is the first you're hearing of it?
Yeah, this is the first I'm hearing of it. It doesn't surprise me. I mean,
because
they're paid for it. How much did he charge you for that spot?
$45.
No way.
Alice Cooper
that
charged
was
$45?
off mic, I'm assuming.
Well, I mean, that came with the signed photo, the whole shebang.
But he wasn't going to do that bite without you paying.
No, of course not. And I wouldn't want him to do it without paying.
Why?
Why not?
Yeah, why?
Why?
If somebody ever came up to me and was like, "Hey, would you do this for free?" I'd be like, "Sure." I would feel like such an asshole. Give me $45.
Yeah, but going into that event that everyone's charging at least $20 for.
So you don't think I would have given you the $40 if he also do a Tell Him Steve Dave one?
I think you would have. You never asked. You knew we were going up there.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
Ming approaches.
You could have gone up there.
I know.
Ming
I'm not saying anything. Brian's the one that brought it up.
I know.
Ming approaches. He knows I'm still sensitive. I might start crying if he comes after me. But Ming goes up there to debunk the whole, did you call the stash? And it seems up in the air. Because, you think?
No.
But in his voice, he wanted to make Mike look like an asshole. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
Why?
I thought you guys were a team.
We are, but I know he didn't. Come
machine.
on. I know he didn't call the store. Come on. We all know that.
Alice Cooper did not deny. He said maybe. He goes, people put me on the phone all the time, so maybe I did. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
That's what he said.
I mean, look, are you asking me if I think he called here? I'm going to go ahead and say no. But then after that, it was like, hey, can you do a spot? And then it was, you're listening to Mike and Ming in the morning?
Mike and Ming, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my God, not even a fucking Flanagan shout out. What about a bitch?
Sorry.
Did you get any others? Any other IDs? It's like 900 in the hole. He's like, I got Tootie from Facts of Life. I got the fucking fat chick from Saturday Night Fever.
It was $45, so I gave Mike a 20 so we could split it, and he decided, $20 bought us a spot from Erica Eleniak, who you might remember from Under Siege.
Oh yeah, she used to be
Baywatch.
How's she look today?
She still looks good. And I forgot about this, but she was in E.T. She was the girl that Elliot kissed. E.T. Yeah. And she had an E.T. photo there, so we had to get that, based on
Had to.
Mike's love of
She
E.T.
popped out of the cake and Under Siege.
Yes, she did.
Took the top off.
Yes, she did.
Showed her titties?
Oh,
She
yeah,
did.
It looked good.
You wasted your money. No one,
You already saw the titties. Why pay $20 now? Yeah.
No one gives a fuck.
What was he?
Hey, this is somebody you fucking don't remember, and you're listening to Mike and Meg in the morning.
Sorry, that is a fucking
That's
total
lame.
waste of money.
I don't think so. I don't think so. You guys
don't
knew
think
who,
so?
No, you guys knew who she was.
Did you use the clip yet?
I didn't
Yes.
know who she was.
And how much response did you get to that clip?
I don't know.
Come on,
You know
motherfucker.
everything.
How much people tweeted you?
Probably
I have
none.
it right here.
None.
Probably
so you
none.
wasted your money then.
I didn't
When we got Lemmy, at least we got 2 or 3 people who are like, how the fuck did you get Lemmy to do that soundbite?
Yeah.
People are like,
Get Alice Cooper, man.
people thought it was probably somebody who fucking works in town at the fucking Starcade.
Yeah, asshole Ming paid her $20.
I don't care. It doesn't matter.
I can tell you what the response was. Honestly, I've never heard the name. I wouldn't know her if she walked in the store right now.
All right.
I don't think anybody even listening would ever recognize
Somebody
me.
prove Walt wrong then. Tweet it
People will
in.
say it because they can't stand me. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, I asshole. I know who she is.
That
She's
rich
my
fucking priest
favorite
driving
star."
motherfucker.
I got all her magazines when she was a fucking popular in 1984.
Speaking of which, there's a movie on in demand right now. Darren was watching it. My brother Darren was watching it the other day. It's called like Number One Cheerleading Camp, and Charlene Tilton is in it. When's the last time you saw her?
Dallas?
Yeah, Lucy from
Long
Dallas.
time.
84, which is about how old she looks right now. And I was just like, I wonder, like, I don't know. I know people always assume that like we're wealthy from the movies and TV and comics and shit, and it's not the case at all. But like, for some reason in my mind, I was like, well, she's got to have money. Why would she be in this piece of shit movie, But
Because that's why.
because
She doesn't have
it's
any
been
money.
since 84, yeah. I was like, I wonder how much they gave her. I became very consumed with Charlene Tilton being in there. Because remember, she was like short, but like real buxom and shit, back in the day. She's looking good.
sure
You would have liked her, Quinn.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're drawing blanks on this one, right?
Yeah, that was a little before my
What year were you born?
76.
You're still
No, you
6
should have
years
been-
old,
you should have
man.
been able
should have
watching
been
it.
fucking- You should have been worried about who shot JR.
No, I remember being very concerned about who shot
Dad,
JR.
who shot JR? Shut up, boy. I'm watching Charlene Tilton's tits.
Someone shot JR down the deli? No. That show and the cowboy
Not JR,
hats.
your cousin, you asshole.
With the cowboy hats and the oil.
Yeah, out west in Texas.
Dad, can I get cowboy boots for Christmas this year?
I want to be like JR. What? You want to get shot, you little asshole? Do you think I'll meet Charlene Tilton someday, Dad? I don't know, son. I don't know. Yeah. So, chiller therming.
Yeah.
And now you're, I also heard, I don't know, you guys couldn't have covered this either. I hate to bring this up because I know it's show related, but I heard there was a comic book man appearance in town.
There is.
Wait, what?
Was. And there is one on the docket this weekend, too.
There is.
Again?
Yeah. Again.
Wait, what's happening?
There was, a little publicized, but it happened
Because,
nonetheless.
they don't want to fucking, they don't want to have to shut down Red Bank.
Yeah, we
Right,
don't
right.
want to. Yeah, we don't want more than we can handle.
It would have been
so.
like the fireworks people jumping around, hurting their arms and shit. But Jack's Records across the street hosted a comic book men appearance.
Well, okay. As opposed to the daily comic book men appearance directly
Behind the register. Here are the particulars of it. Well, one, I wasn't there, obviously. I was out in LA. But a certain comic book man was not invited.
say Walt.
I walked into Jack's about 4 days before the event,
Right.
and I'm looking through some used
People were lined
DVDs.
up out front already.
Yeah, I was like, hey, why is everybody hanging out outside with their sleeping bags?
It was
And
like,
all
is
those
Avengers going to premiere here?
And the guy goes, oh, you ready for this weekend? And I was just like, wow, what's this weekend? I thought he was talking about It was Record Store Day.
Yeah.
That day, which is like I guess like something like Free Comic Book Day.
Right. Oh, by the way, your tweets during Free Comic Book Day were the best you've ever done ever. The free cheese rat, pants unbuckled, hand out.
That made me laugh. Pants unbuckled, crack me up.
Mouth agape. Because they don't know how to breathe through their nose and ask for comics at the same time. But anyway, so I'm in Jack's and I'm looking through its free DVDs, and I thought he mentioned something about the weekend. Are you ready for the weekend? And I'm like, oh, the Record Store Day, which is the smartest of the two promotions because it's not Free Record Day, it's just Record Store Day.
Okay.
And you have to buy the promo items that they're selling, that they're not giving away, but they're like cool, one of a kind.
Exclusives.
They're exclusives only for that day, but you got to buy them though.
Right, great.
Which is what I think that the comic book day should implement or adopt. But anyway, so I'm
rather than a loss leader for you.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, Record Store Day? I go, I'm not really into records. He goes, oh, no, I'm talking about the Comic Book Man appearance. And I look at him like, what are you talking about?
Huh?
Yeah, like then all of a sudden I'm the free cheese rat. My belt unbuckles. My mouth goes again.
Where's my cheese?
And I'm like, and he goes, Mike didn't tell you, did he? And I was just like, no. And he goes, yeah, I'm setting this thing up where you guys are going to come over for a couple hours, and you're going to appear. I'm sure no one's going to come. He goes.
He said that?
That's what he said. He actually said that. I'm sure no one's going to come.
How can he fucking set you up for failure like that? Who was this?
No sense.
Is it somebody we know? Chris?
This guy called Chris.
Okay.
I'm sure whoever's
Called
listening,
Chris.
no one knows. But so I was like, oh no, he didn't tell me. And I was just like, he goes, yeah, if you can make it over, that'd be great. And I was just like,
I'll be here so when no one shows up, asshole.
And I was just like, oh yeah, I'll definitely come by, knowing that I full well was never going to come by.
Right.
But how come no heads up for me?
That's on me. I'll take the hit for that one.
See, doesn't Mike's fucking doesn't Mike's outfit make you just a little bit fucking depressed?
Yeah, it does. Mike's all proud. He looks.
He's telling a story about just before that brown depresses people, and you got a brown shirt and brown pants.
And brown shoes.
I never would have known brown. Like a fucking chocolate bunny.
He looks like a tree trunk with a green hat. I'm feeling down, Mike. Come on, you usually make me feel up. Give him your fucking sweatshirt, your green sweatshirt, dude. It looks like a fucking mighty oak.
All right, but okay, so no one mentioned it to me, though.
Let me ask you a question. If I had mentioned it to you, what would your response have been?
That's retarded.
There you go.
My point exactly is you would have said, I'm not going over. First off, it's your day off.
Right. It was my day off.
And I told Chris that I would ask you, but I'm over there every day, and I'm like, all right, I kind of felt obligated to say, yeah, I'll go. And
That's why you didn't say this is retarded. You were just like,
no, I'm like,
I feel obligated to them.
I did feel a little bit obligated. I was there for 10 minutes.
But you could, but potentially only because there was no interest. That's why you're there for 10 minutes.
They're like, stop loitering. He's like, no, I'm a comic book man.
No, but like, let's say.